What's going on, guys? Let's talk about Mariah Carey addressing the beef with Eminem after all these years, and after Eminem made songs about Mariah and Nick Cannon and that whole thing, and Mariah Carey's like, "Oh, we never dated," and whatever. She finally comes out with her powerful statement. She comes out, and just like anybody else who hasn't dated somebody for 20 years, this is what she says: I really don't care. You know what? This is what should have been a long time ago. Now, when they were, if like, let's say, I'm not saying that this is all speculation, but let's say they actually did date, and then they did their own thing and whatever, and then they split and everybody had their own feelings. It's like literally what everybody else goes through in regular life. And these are just regular people. They just happen to have money and be super famous, but inside they're all regular people. They had a shitty breakup and they moved on in a very public way. You know what I mean? Like Eminem has dissed Nick Cannon, who was married to Mariah Carey, and things like that. But she finally comes out and says, which, you know what? Actually, it's kind of a good timing, because she just came out with an album. So whatever puts her back in the headlines to promote the album, hey, you know what? It's how the world works. It is what it is. If you got to bring up Eminem to sell a couple albums, yeah, well, you bring Eminem up. It's just like, you know what? I'm not mad at her. You gotta play the game. It's called marketing. But after, I think it's been like 20 years. After 20 years of them being separated, they probably dated for a week, let's face it. But after all that time, she comes out and she's like, "Yeah, I really don't care." Why would she? Why would she care after all this time? She's got kids, she's got everything, she has moved on. If you haven't moved on, let me tell you, listen to me. If you haven't moved on from somebody and it's been more than, let's say, 3 years, I'll give you 3 years. If you still haven't moved on from that one person, check yourself. Go see a therapist, work that shit out, because obviously there's something else going on over there. Because if you haven't been with somebody for a really long time and you haven't moved on, seek help. Call an online help. Hello, hi. So I dated this guy 10 years ago, and you know what? I'm really stuck, and I think we still can make things work. No, he's married now, but I'm pretty sure that he still likes me. I'm pretty sure he still thinks about me, because I just have a feeling. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. Good for her. But I guarantee you that this is the whole thing. This is the whole marketing thing, to get the marketing plan, to get clicks and to get headlines in order to sell an album. Because did you know that Mariah Carey had a new album out? This is how you get into the headlines and sell more albums. There's so many different marketing tricks and promotions, and it doesn't seem that way. But when you see a particular actor go on a million podcasts all of a sudden, right? Like, oh my God, he's showing up everywhere. They're usually selling something. Yeah, it's just how you promote things these days. You go on different shows, you do different things, and it's how you promote your product. Like if I was promoting this show and somebody else asked me to go on their show, of course I would, because that puts other people's eyes on me and be like, "Hey, guess what? I just started a show. Come on over here, watch my show." That's exactly how it's just the new age of marketing. And her going around and saying, "Yeah, I don't care about Eminem," as she should. And this is sort of like one of those obvious answers, but because she hasn't spoken about it ever, now it's kind of a big deal, because she finally breaks her silence on Eminem. And I bet you even Eminem's like, "Oh my God, dude, like, let it fucking go. Who cares?" Eminem had more beef with Nick Cannon calling him out or something like that, but I don't even think it was about Mariah. I think Eminem was like, maybe Eminem was running back in the day his own marketing thing, like making songs about Mariah, just because puts you in the news. You get in the news, you get exposure, you get the views, you get the money. It's just it's the whole thing is connected. But you know what? She's got to do what she's got to do. I don't believe for 1 second she even thought about that comment after she left. But it's a headline worthy story. That's what people want. Like something it's not clickbaity, but at the same time, they make it a little more than what it actually is, because look at me, even I'm talking about it. But I lived through the whole era where Eminem was beefing with Mariah, and I was like, oh my God, what did you say? So this is like for the 40 plus crowd who lived through that and listened to the songs. I'm like, oh my God, what is she gonna say about Eminem? Nothing. She shouldn't say anything about Eminem, okay? She should move the fuck on with her life. That's what she should do, and which she has. You know what? Actually, it would be fun if, like, you know what? Make an Eminem diss song. If she really wanted promotion for her album, she should have made an Eminem diss track, just a lighthearted one, just hard for fun. She could have called him like, yo, my man, trying to sell some albums, right? All right, you know, I know you got beef with Nick Cannon and this and that, but I kind of want to make a little fun diss track. What do you think? Should we do it? Like, give us both like a lot of album sales. Not that Eminem needs it these days; he's killing it. But Mariah Carey hasn't released anything in over 20 years. So all of a sudden coming up with an album, like, whoa, how do we get in the headlines to sell more albums? You got to do whatever you got to do to sell more albums. It's the name of the game. Attention is the name of the game. That's why she's all over the place. Kudos. Whoever her marketing team is, maybe playing the game right. Playing the game right ain't getting things done. Oh man, it's basically. But moral of the story, move the fuck on from your ex. If you haven't seen that motherfucker, if you haven't seen that girl in 3 years or more, move on. And that's not a story in your life anymore. That's it. Or if that's not the case, figure out how to make it the case. If you're still, oh man, attached, figure out how to get that out of there and move on with your life. That's it. Peace.